Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 727. It is in continuation of the structural determination of alpha terpineol part 2. In part 1 I have given the introduction and then I have started the determining of the structure. First I have taken oxygen and that oxygen, whether it is in alcoholic form or keto form or aldehyde form, for that on the basis of reaction that it forms acetate, it forms phthalate, and on the basis of that ground it is clear that the oxygen in alpha terpineol is alcoholic. Now that alcoholic group we have to see whether it is primary alcoholic group, secondary alcoholic group or tertiary alcoholic group. And for that I have already told you that once it is subjected to dehydration, very easily it undergoes dehydration, and this confirms that the hydroxy group is tertiary, and also its position, to which position it is attached, and it will be discussed on the basis of reaction when it is dehydrated in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. The double bond is formed between carbon 8 and 9. So that confirms that the position of hydroxy in alpha terpineol is at carbon 8, between carbon 8 and 9. And again, when this alpha terpineol is subjected to reaction with concentrated sulfuric acid, it forms paracymene. Paracymene is a type of skeleton, and this paracymene is a ring structure, and in many terpenes this cyclic structure is there. So since it gives paracymene, it confirms that in alpha terpineol the ring structure is paracymene and its skeleton, we call it carbon skeleton, is paracymene skeleton. And after establishing this, then we will discuss the unsaturation, the presence of double bond. So for that we will be doing two reactions. One, once it is subjected to hydrogenation, after consuming one molecule of hydrogen, it will be converted into C10H20O, and that confirms, and that is saturated. So it shows that alpha terpineol is having ring structure, cyclic structure, and it is having one double bond. And when it is subjected to bromination, we get di-bromo derivative, and these two reactions they show, because in these two reactions one molecule of hydrogen, one molecule of bromine is added, and that shows that alpha terpineol contains one double bond. So in this case here, for example, C10H18O. So this O, I have already discussed that this O is alcoholic and it is tertiary, and hydrogen is 18, means it is less. So once it is subjected to hydrogenation or bromination, it consumes one molecule to give C10H20O, and that is saturated. It confirms that it is containing one double bond, and also when it is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, it gives paracymene skeleton. That confirms that it is a cyclic form and paracymene is there. And also when dehydration is done in presence of acid, we get double bond in between carbon 8 and carbon 9, and that confirms that the alcoholic group is linked to carbon 8 in alpha terpineol. Now this carbon 10, how they are arranged, that I have already told you, that since it gives para-cymene in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, that gives the para-cymene skeleton, and this your para-cymene skeleton is like this. Para-cymene skeleton. So since it is giving para-cymene skeleton, it confirms that your alpha terpineol is having this type of skeleton. Here this carbon is your 8 carbon, and we can write like this. It's written like this. So this is your para-cymene skeleton, and it is your 9, and it is your 10 carbon. And so once it is subjected to dehydration, there will be double bond at carbon 8 and carbon 9. So it confirms that the hydroxy group, that is alcoholic group, is linked to this carbon. That is carbon 8. And you know that, and it is tertiary position. Tertiary position means when you have this condition, and here this hydroxy group is tertiary because these 3 methyl groups are there with this alcoholic group. So this is your tertiary. So it is confirmed that alcoholic group is there, and that alcoholic group is tertiary because of 2 reactions. One reaction is that is when dehydration is done, it will give the double bond between carbon 8 and 9. And secondly, when it is treated with sulfuric acid, it will give para-cymene skeleton. So, and also it goes very easily, this dehydration. So these 2 reaction condition clearly confirms that the alcoholic group in alpha terpineol is tertiary, and it contains para-cymene skeleton. It contains 1 double bond. It is monocyclic. So here, on the basis of these 2 reactions which are given here, we are going to discuss the alcoholic group in alpha terpineol and double bond. And alcoholic group, I have already told you that it gives ester, phthalate. It confirms that it contains alcoholic group. It undergoes very easily dehydration and the esterification with lot of difficulty. So this reaction condition confirms that the alcoholic group is tertiary in alpha terpineol. The second, about the double bond. when it is subjected to hydrogenation, it consumes one molecule of hydrogen, and in this way it gives C10H20O. And once it is subjected to bromination, it gives dibromo derivative, and this shows C10H20O is satisfying the formula CnH2n, and that CnH2n is the formula for monocyclic ring, because the saturation, if it is open chain, for that it must satisfy CnH2n plus 2. But it is not plus 2 means it should have been H22. But here H20, and after that it is saturated. So that is very important to understand, that this H20, after consuming one molecule of hydrogen, it is saturated, and that formula is satisfying the cyclic ring structure. So it shows that the alpha terpineol is having a ring, that is cyclic structure, because it is satisfying the formula that one. So here alcoholic group is tertiary in alpha terpineol. How will you prove that alcoholic group is tertiary in alpha terpineol? And you know, always you have to write the formula for alpha terpineol. So the formula is C10H18O. Number one, alpha terpineol undergoes dehydration very easily. If any chemical substance whose dehydration is very easily, it confirms that the alcoholic group is not primary, not secondary, it is tertiary. Because once alcoholic group is primary, it will be very stable. And once alcohol is very stable, it will not be easily dehydrated. You cannot remove alcoholic group. It will be difficult because it is more stable. Once it is tertiary position, it will be easily dehydrated, and the esterification will be very, very difficult. So very easily, but it undergoes esterification with difficulty. And this reaction proves that the alcoholic group in alpha terpineol is tertiary, and this is the tertiary position of alcoholic group. Number two, presence of unsaturation, that is double bond. How we are going to prove that there is double bond, there is unsaturation in alpha terpineol? So the reaction is alpha terpineol undergoes bromination, and product is dibromide, and also it undergoes catalytic hydrogenation. In that catalytic hydrogenation, it takes one molecule of hydrogen to give C10H20O, and that C10H20O, alpha terpineol, as alpha terpineol takes one molecule of hydrogen to give saturated hydrocarbon, and that saturated hydrocarbon formula is C10H20O, and this C10H20O is going to satisfy the formula for monocyclic compound, and that for monocyclic means C10H20 is satisfying, and that is, this one is for monocyclic. So this confirms that alpha terpineol is containing one ring. It is monoterpene, monocyclic. Monocyclic means one ring is there because of this hydrogenation, and alpha terpineol is monocyclic hydrocarbon because it is satisfying CnH2n formula, and after hydrogenation alpha terpineol completely satisfies the formula for monocyclic compound, that is CnH2n. So today I will stop here, and again I am going to discuss in part 3 lecture that is structure determination of alpha terpinol, and in that part 3 I am going to discuss about the carbon skeleton, that is para-Simon skeleton is there, and also on the basis of oxidative degradation in presence of oxidizing agents, and for terpenes mostly we are using 1% potassium permanganate or chromic acid. So with that degradation we will also prove the structure. So in this way the structure determination of alpha terpinol will be over. So with this again, thank you very much for watching the lecture.